Hey, I'm going to show you content you've never seen before on any other YouTube channel. I want you to watch my videos on my channel. Scroll through them. I have content never seen before, and I see behind the curtains like Alex Jones does, except I'm a mini Alex Jones. Please like and subscribe to my video and follow me on Twitter. Watch this content I'm going to put out. You think you know, I've heard it all about assassination attempts on Donald Trump. Wait till you see this. Okay, never seen before footage I'm going to play right now. Thank you. Give me a second.
I have followed the money, and I have also uncovered something so shocking as it relates to someone on the ground, on video, behind Trump, who people have identified investing in the United States. It's like, oh, looks like he's running the same playbook, and he's been wildly successful previously. Nobody hates Trump more than he does, but the one.
This is Andrew Soros, George Soros' son. George Soros is 93. He was a Jew during the Nazi occupation in Germany who started rounding up Jews and putting them in concentration camps. He would be a snitch and turn in the Jews that were hiding. He actually turned his own mom and sister in, and the Nazis came in, raped them, killed them, beat them up, slit their throat, and then told them, now you're one of us. And they're going to lavish him with gold and so forth. And, he's 93 now. He can't string sentences together. He leaves $400 billion, an astronomical amount of money. He's broke the Bank of England. He was kicked out of El Salvador. They put a warrant for his arrest. He's put in George Soros in our country funds the Open Society Foundation, Planned Parenthood, and who also puts in district attorneys, attorney generals, lawyers, and governors that do not prosecute crime and want mass immigration and wanted to destroy America. He bragged about breaking the Bank of England. He screwed up the country of Hungary. He's an evil. I can't describe the depth of evil. He hates humanity, and they want to downsize population. It's the Bushes, the Cheneys, the Rothschilds, Vanguard, BlackRock, and just to tell you who BlackRock is, BlackRock was like Halliburton back during the war, Iraq and Afghanistan war. When they would bomb a road, Halliburton was owned by Cheney, who was the vice president of Bush, would rebuild the road, charge the government astronomical amounts of money, $67 for one screw that cost, maybe 8 cents. They made billions of dollars over this war. Rumsfeld, Cheney, Bush, Condoleezza Rice, Colin Powell, they all got blood on their hands. But all of a sudden, who's involved in the short put of the stock the day before the assassination attempt? But this is his son, Andrew Soros. And Andrew Soros posts something on X of a window with a bullet hole in it with a hand holding $47, which I'm going to show you, which holds 6 bills. And why was the bullet hole and the $47? What's the significance of that? Well, who's going to be the 47th president right now? If we had took a vote, it would be Donald Trump. Go ahead and watch this.
One saving grace for us is that he is very, very old. And it seems that when he's speaking recently, he's having a hard time connecting thoughts, like he's really like a computer that is, someone spilled coffee on the mainframe. You know what I mean? But totaling $47. The amount is both interesting and shocking since it coincides with the number of the next president of the United States. The polls predict that person will be Donald Trump. So here's that post. Okay, here's that post. Last year, the crime and inflation had Trump not dodged that bullet. And so, which brings us to this story, which I'm sure you guys have heard. And just wait until you see
BlackRock,
the new development about this.
Linked firm under.
You might think you know the story.
BlackRock linked for firm under a scanner for shorting of Trump stock before assassination attempt. 12,600,316 shares. And I don't know what each share is worth. I think they're $100 and something $1,000 a share. They've lost billions of dollars. They would have made hundreds of billions of dollars. We're going to show you the Dow with them. Now, just to tell you who BlackRock is, they are private military. They put in a bid to rebuild Ukraine. U.S. and NATO are involved directly in starting that war. But BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street own 87% of the S&P. That's crazy. And they're companies who want to downsize population and hate humanity.
Story, you don't. Not yet, okay? So, and this right out of the gate should probably look a little bit shocking to you because I had not heard BlackRock linked yet either, okay? So, BlackRock linked firm under scanner for shorting of Trump stock before an assassination attempt. So, the name of this company is Austin Private Wealth, okay? I mean, listen, dude, that's a pretty like not a big, there's nothing grandiose about the name of that company, which is exactly linking them to George Soros and the Rothschilds family, further fueling suspicions. Okay, so that just means suspicious, right? Like that's not, this right here is, people speculated that, great. Not evidence, does not matter. So we're just going to move over to this next part though. Investment firm that allegedly put options on 12 million Trump stocks the day before assassination attempt blames filing error. Rothschilds, BlackRock, Vanguard, Meta, George Bush, and Cheney family among the top investors. Weird. So is that, I don't know. I mean, what do you guys do with that? So the group of the people who are absolutely most likely to be in the know of something that was forthcoming are the top investors in this fund that happen to have bought the biggest put option bet probably ever on Trump stock the day before this happened. And I haven't even started to get into the day of stuff. It's beneficial.
Here it is.
And
Austin
now
Private Wealth. Austin Private Wealth, LLC, 12,600,317 shares. We got to Google how much a share is. I think, over $100 and something $1,000. This is billions of dollars. If they would have won, if Trump would have got assassinated, they would have, Trump's stock would have went down and they would have made hundreds of billions of dollars, but they lost hundreds of billions of dollars. So what are they, if I was in a put option and lost my money, I couldn't call the stock market up and, the Finance Bureau or the FCC doesn't even investigate this. This amount of money betting against the put on Trump stock, then all of a sudden magically they disappear. Magically disappear. So we're gonna go ahead and watch this.
There's no one to call. That's not how this works. Oh wait, except in this case, if you happen to be one of those guys. Apparently that is exactly how it works. So yeah, so this seems like a good place to transition over to the other part of the story where I don't know if anybody else has seen this. Looks like around 377,000.
Just to tell you, the next day, Austin Private LLC disappeared from the stock market. No trace of them. The Finance Bureau doesn't want to investigate it, FBI, nor the FCC, Federal Trade Commission. It seems like, nothing happened, nothing here to see, no trace of this company ever existing, and they got their money back and evaporated the company with no trace. Who has powers to do that? Here's the guy on the gun tower with the Secret Service, that fat bitch lady that said she didn't have enough people to put on the water tower nor the roof where the patsy shooter was. There's two sets of shots that get fired. You're going to listen to them and go ahead and watch this.
1,000 people have seen it so far, but we actually have a video of someone on the water tower, which was one of the multiple other areas that's suspected to have had a shooter on it. A much more likely shooter if there is a deep state conspiracy, because rather than they were just going to rely on some 20-year-old Dunsky who has no military experience, etc. absolutely no reason to be afraid of him unless he is carrying a gigantic ladder and an AR in the other hand and then getting up on a roof. Now he's a threat, but for some reason we can't see that threat. Okay.
They actually, this guy was walking around in a security area for a whole hour before the shooting. People, 26 minutes, had video footage of him up on the roof with a rifle, telling the Secret Service and telling the police which most of the police were at McDonald's. Some of the police were inside the building with no windows. And the head of the Secret Service, this fat bitch lady, I forget her name, she said, and she deserves those terms, believe me, deserves worse than that. Her job is to protect the leader of the free world, the primary running candidate for the RNC, and he's most likely ahead in all the polls. If we voted today, he'd be the president of the United States. That's if we have a fair election November 5th, and then we're going to go through hell till he's sworn in on January 20th. But this water tower has somebody on it, but it's not the Secret Service. And the lady changed Trump's Secret Service detail that day, shorted him. I don't know how many agents. I heard the number was up to 30 agents were shorted. Some paramilitary was shorted. They changed his normal security detail. They had these fat ladies that were fumbling their guns, couldn't put them back in the holster. They did a good job of diving on the president, and I give them valor and bravery for that. But they did not get him off stage fast enough, and they didn't do anything about the snipers seeing this man with a rifle and had him in their view. Now, Secret Service is the only agency that doesn't need permission to fire when they have a suspect in their scope. But these snipers did not take the shot. Okay, why? You're supposed to protect the leader of the free world. You got a guy with a gun up there that's not one of yours that's pointing it right at Trump. Shoot him. But no, they didn't until after the shots fired.
On the water tower with direct line to Donald Trump, it was like, we heard shots coming from there. And now we also have a report that there were shots coming from 300 yards behind the 150 yard.
Let's listen to that again. We also
have a report that there were shots coming from 300 yards behind.
Listen to the two multiple sets of shots.
150 yards roof that makes absolutely no sense for anyone to have ever been on. Not to mention the story of why there wasn't an agent on there. You know, the patsy they put at the head of the Secret Service. Hey, let's hire this. Let's just say it's a DEI thing. We'll get this stupid woman to be the head of the Secret Service. And that way, we could put this guy down. We can blame her. She'll have some stupid stories. She won't know what's going on. She's an idiot. But since there was a perimeter and there was like a Pac-Man, area. Well, I mean, if you guys haven't seen that, I'll show you that also if I remember. Okay, but behind that, right, like about 300 yards behind that, so about 400 or so yards from the stage, there was a gymnasium, gymnastics place building that no one was on, where a real deal shooter is likely to have taken a shot, according to sources, that they're like, we think there was a shooter there. Literally would have shot right over the top of the patsy that they then shot and blamed the entire thing on. So those are the two areas where people suspect there were other shooters. And take a look at this, dude. Video of someone on top of the water tower. Imagine that. Let's watch this real quick.
Okay, water towers.
That chart's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
So that's what we.
So, yeah, that. Okay? That. So that is backdrop to what we are about to look at here. All right? Not there, here. So this is Tony Saruga. I've been getting caught up on his.
Coming three individual shooter was communicating with Texas using one of his two devices, which were in the crowd, but being the bleachers behind President Trump. AT&T corrupted the data, then restored the corrupt data and these contacts approximately minutes before the FBI accessed the data. Like January 6th pipe bomber was AT&T directly deleted the data for the FBI and any reference to the offshore encrypted accounts, likely diversion and an attempt to manufacture motive and evidence. Now we're going to get into this lady who I really like right here, let's get her right here.
You guys to watch this video, okay? You'll find it, dude. The story just got way worse. She's awesome. I subscribed instantly. And this is a little bit of like 30 seconds or something of second shooter. Then we're going to look at a video of who was behind Donald Trump at this time, and then now we've got that person ID'd, and this is going to melt your brain. I might even just show you the post and then just stop talking, look into the camera, and end the video. Watch this, dude.
Assassinations of other political figures such as John F. Kennedy and Robert F. Kennedy. And speaking of questionable things, there is another clip that has many people asking questions. A woman at the rally was standing behind Trump and appears to have been bracing for something before any shots were fired, and she seemed quite unfazed.
Watch this, dude. Watch. Watch. She sits down. Yep. Watch this.
If you want to
Puts this.
Now, watch this lady. It's going to be a little hard with the video, but see her with dark sunglasses, a hat like she's a Trump supporter with a sign. Wait till you find out who this lady is. Watch her head, instead of watching Donald Trump, turn approximately right before the shots rang out, turn her head towards the shooter, then magically not be fazed, pick up a phone and think she's going to be filming a dead Donald Trump, and ha, ha, ha. We got a guy, he's dead, dead, dead. Well, guess what, lady? Jesus Christ protected him. God's sovereignty protected him when you guys wouldn't protect him.
Sign up.
something that said, take a look at what happened.
Shots go off.
She's completely normal. And then watch.
And then she's got her.
What the fuck? What the fuck? People are freaking out.
And she's filming.
And she's just like right there.
And there's this clip.
Real quick, I'm going to go over that one more time with you guys, because there's even stuff that dead. Man, I hate these people. But
Talking on his headset while they are escorting Trump into a...
Watch this guy right here. He's going to point a rifle directly at Donald Trump. I don't know what the hell he did that for. Maybe he decided not to pull the trigger, but this is a little weird.
vehicle. The guy then points his gun at Trump for a moment, and then he puts it down.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. I hadn't seen that. I don't know what that means. I'm not even going to comment on that last part because I don't know. But I'm going to comment on this. Say, so you ready to see who that reportedly was behind Trump? Buckle up, dude. Breaking news. The woman in this video behind Donald Trump, where many viewers accused her of giving the shooter instructions, has allegedly been identified, now get this, as the FBI Assistant Director, Janin, now I'm going to try to pronounce this name, Digusipy. This is a still developing story, but now she is with Comey, hates Donald Trump, but magically she's posing as a Trump supporter with her hat, her sunglasses, right behind Trump, looking at the shooter, then turns, picks up her phone, tries to film a dead Donald Trump. Ha, lady, guess what, bitch? It didn't work out. Jesus Christ protected him. Your scheme didn't work out. They changed Donald Trump's security detail that day to all different agents. I don't mind a woman doing the job as long as she can do the job as good as a man. It's meritocracy. It's not a DEI. Let's put a black person or a woman in this because she checks the box, and not put the best protection that the leader of the free world, who could calm wars down, our currency, he's the most powerful person in the world, okay? And these globalists hate him. And if you think Donald Trump is out of trouble, you're mistaken. He's in more trouble now than ever before. These people don't stop. They're evil. They hate humanity, want to downsize population, and Trump is going to screw up every bit of their plans. Now, beware. They might take his plane down. They might, do a stock market crash. They might poison his food, take another shot at him, blow up a black church, blame Trump supporters to take the attention off of the lack of security that Donald Trump was provided that day. The lady said that Biden and Harris had an event the same day, and she didn't have enough agents to cover all three venues. Well, then, lady, you shouldn't have the venue, or you should get more agents. Okay, she ran her fat ass
out of the RNC. She had the nerve, the head of the Secret Service lady, show up at the RNC in one of the ballrooms there, drinking and schmoozing with the donors who were, probably a couple of them were, traitors and hoping Donald Trump died. She had the nerve to show her fat ass up there. Fox News, congressmen and senators surrounded her, asked her why were there not shooters on the water tower? Why were there not shooters on the roof? Why was this guy identified 26 minutes before the shots rang out and the Secret Service didn't take a shot at the guy on the roof? Why was there nobody on the roof? She said the roof was too slanted and dangerous to put an agent there. What a scumbag answer that is. Like people are stupid. Lady, you had a stand down order. You're a patsy. You're a disgusting woman. You can't do your job. Resign. If it was 150 years ago, you'd be hung. So for treason, and you are guilty. The buck stops with you. Mayorkas, might be linked to this also, but isn't it funny? The FBI assistant director right behind Donald Trump posing as a Trump supporter. We know that she's been posting things for the past 8 years, hates Donald Trump. Well, there you go for the story. Please watch some of my other videos. I'm going to give you content that you have never seen before. And now, isn't it funny how they tried to put the stock, 12,600,317 shares. And I don't know what each share makes, $100-something thousand. You're talking about hundreds of billions of dollars. And then the company disappeared the next day. Austin Private LLC disappeared with no trace, with no worry with the FBI or the Finance Bureau or the Federal Trade Commission investigating this.